We got a new On3 ranking update on Monday. So Charles Power, Director of Scouting and Ranking, is here to talk about, well, we got a few things to talk about. We got a new 5-star. We also have some big movers. Now, we will have a total of 32 5-stars, but it's early in the cycle, so we've just named our 7th. Let's talk about him. It's Rodney Dunham. He's committed to Notre Dame, 6'4", 225 pounds. Easy to see why he's a 5-star. Charles, what do you like so much about our number 3 ranked edge?
Yeah, Josh, Rodney Dunham is a fantastic athlete. When we watch him on film, we see just a skill set that has the makings of a top pass rusher. He's just a fluid, loose mover, has a lot of bend, just a great coordinated athlete. And we love this edge group. Rodney Dunham is our number 3 edge. I think having 3 5-stars says like how good that group is. Big get for Notre Dame. Notre Dame has the top edge duo in this cycle between Rodney Dunham and Ebenezer Iwatani, who's also in the top 32. So Marcus Freeman and company are doing a great job just hitting the edge recruiting out of the park.
They really are. Those 2 commitments have come in the last, I'd say 3 or 4 weeks. So Notre Dame really loading up, heading into the summer really hot. All right, let's talk about a couple big movers that we saw in the rankings. We'll start with the top player in the state of New York, wide receiver Messiah Hampton. He's from Rochester. He moves from number 122 overall into the top 50 at number 49. Why the big move for Hampton?
Yeah, Messiah Hampton has dominated multiple events we've been to, throughout this spring, the last 2 months really. Was the On3 MVP at Under Armour's Miami camp in early March. Dominated the OT7 Golden Ticket tournament a couple weeks ago. And I think it's not every day you see a top receiver from New York, but I think seeing Messiah Hampton against his top competition, he's just been fantastic. An all-around skill set, great route runner, strong hands, just not a lot of holes in his game. He's got a high level of technical ability, a guy who I think you could really put anywhere in the formation, and he's going to be able to separate and make plays in multiple facets. So he's a huge mover for us. I think the biggest mover into the top 100 in this ranking, and we were always high on him. I think we had him in like the 150 range going into this. Now he's in the top 50. I think he has a shot of kind of putting himself into that top tier of receivers.
All right, moving on to the state of Georgia, edge Jamarian Matthews. Now he's from Alabama, transferred into Gainesville, Georgia. He moves from 121 overall to 65, and Jamarian Matthews is committed to Alabama.
Yeah, Josh, Jamarian Matthews was fantastic at the Under Armour Nashville camp. Had a chance to see him in person there a couple weeks ago. A compact build, very strong. I put him around 6'2.5", 250, but he has a lot of juice for just kind of his body type. I think great first step. Really surprised me with his just array of pass rush moves, like advanced pass rush skill set, spin moves, rips, speed to power, a lot of counters. So he's advanced technically in addition to just the physical development. Great player on Friday nights as well. He's, I think, he had 30 tackles for a loss as a junior. So that dominant in-person performance, really unblockable in one-on-ones, coupled with what he's done on Friday nights, really has just kind of creates like a really, positive profile for Jamarian Matthews. I think when we look at that edge group, which in my opinion is the strength of the cycle, we felt like he deserved to move up after that great performance.
Yeah, got quite a few edges in that top 150. Jamarian Matthews now inside the top 100. All right, let's talk about another big mover, Tyreek King, wide receiver. He moved about 50 spots from 124 to 76. Now, he's committed to Tennessee, and he's not going far. He's from Knoxville Catholic High School. What do we like about Tyreek King?
Yeah, Josh, Tyreek King, I think this was seeing him in person really helped us. We've always liked him on film, but I think seeing the burst and the speed at Under Armour's Nashville camp really kind of helped us put him in context in that receiver group. He runs really well. This is a guy who is, a low 4.4, 4.3 type of athlete, and he has the functional movement skills in addition to just kind of like his testing speed, and which is really what you want to see. He can really harness his speed, change directions, creates a ton of separation. It was basically unguardable. I honestly had to think about when I saw him do his one-on-ones, because it almost like he was working on air because the DB was nowhere around him. So it's one of those deals where he was so good, it was almost easy to kind of gloss over just because he made it look really easy. Yeah. So I think when you're looking at Tyreek King and Josh Heupel's offense, great fit. He's a guy who I think can take the top off, but also has the route running and separation early within the route to kind of win in multiple facets. So I think there's a lot to like about Tyreek King and a big local get for the Volunteers.
Sounds just what Tennessee needs. All right, let's hit on one more big mover before we get out of here. It's highly touted DB Jyra Edwards. He's out of St. Francis Academy in Maryland, and he's a big mover from 211 into the top 100 at number 88. Jyra Edwards, you're high on him. Colleges are high on him. Why is he a big mover?
Yeah, so Jyra Edwards, we first saw him in person at the Under Armour All-American game back in January, and I think having a better picture in this update for the safety group in general, we felt like it was a no-brainer move up for us. I view him as one of the more ready-to-play safeties in this cycle. I mean, he is very mature, I think, in terms of just physically and just his play style. Hyper athletic. When he hits a ball carrier, they're going backwards. They're not stopping. They're going backwards. And I think has above average cover skills. So he's one who we look at as just kind of a ready-made safety prospect. Plays elite competition at St. Francis, a national schedule, and I think you could see him make an impact as a true freshman. Just kind of has that level of advanced skills.
All right. Those are the big movers. Rodney Dunham was the 5-star update this cycle. Now, like I said, there's going to be 32 5-stars. We've only named 7 so far. You guys tell me, who should be the next 5-star named by On3? Let us know. Comment section below.